How you doing? You good? I'm proud of you, right? It's okay. Hey, hey, it takes a lot of courage to be up here. All that giggling, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't play that. You know what I mean? Like, that's somebody that's going through something, dealing with something. And she had the courage to be vulnerable. And it ain't funny if I come check with you and see, I'm keeping it real with you. I don't know who was laughing, but I guarantee the people that's laughing, I bet you ain't living your best life. That ain't funny. I bet you got your struggles too if I sat down and talked with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here just to be a speaker and get claps. I'm here to create change. So she can have courage up here to stand up here and go through her things. Y'all should support her. Y'all should clap her, because to me, she's the bravest person in this room. Straight up. I got you. All right? I love y'all, man. I do. I promise you, I love each and every one of y'all. But it's something I don't play with, because I've lost too many people to depression, man. You know what I mean? I really lost people in real life. You got me up here crying too. We just up here crying together. Let them judge us, right? We gonna give them something great to judge.
Yesterday, I told y'all one thing I beg people to understand as a therapist. Right now, I'm going to give y'all one thing that is the worst thing for me to work with as a therapist, because it's so frustrating. And I'm not mad at the client or the person who's experiencing this, and it applies to a lot of people on social media. Trust me, I see it all the time. It's just so frustrating because I'm mad at the circumstances that created it. Learned motherfucking helplessness. If you never heard of the term learned helplessness, I spoke about it on here before, but learned helplessness is the idea that there's no hope. Like, you basically fold every time you meet an obstacle. You believe that failure is inevitable. You believe that you don't have the esteem to believe that you can overcome negative circumstances. You believe that things are negative and that things are out of your control. Learned helplessness will have a bitch refusing to try because they already think they're going to fail. Excuse my language, I'm off the clock, okay? Learned helplessness is often the result of like having a lot of negative experiences, or failing a lot, or being punished for failing, or being punished in general when you make mistakes. That will teach a person learned helplessness. That's why I say I really hate the circumstances that create it. Okay? If you deal with learned helplessness, fuck anybody who made you feel like nothing you do could ever be enough. Again, I'm off the clock. I can curse if I want. But also, let me be the first one to tell you, you got to get up out your own way, and you have to get up. Okay? Those words are words that my mama told me before, and I actually just got them tatted on me. You got to get up. You can fucking do it.
So that is 100% true. Some narcissistic people will go to therapy to become better at manipulating people. And if you're new here, I am a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. So me, myself personally, I've been in therapy for the last 4 years dealing with this personality disorder. And I talk about it openly online on how therapy has helped me become a better person, but overall it's helped me become a better narcissist. Because you look online, there is no cure for narcissistic personality disorder. And most of the stuff that's online says you cannot get better. Narcissists don't change. There is no hope. So some narcissistic people will go through therapy, see that stuff, see that you can't get better, there's no cure, you can't be healed. They'll see that stuff and use the information the therapist gives them to become better at manipulating people and better at becoming narcissistic. And then going to therapy and being a narcissist, you can use that excuse to say, hey, I'm a narcissist. What more do you expect from me? I'm a narcissist. This is what we do. And I'm in therapy, so what else can you tell me? Therapy doesn't make everybody better, y'all. Sometimes it makes people
Welcome
worse.
to another episode of Culturally Incompetent Care. True story. Hey, one of your patients got transferred to me. I wanted to know if we could go over the diagnosis. Oh, yeah, I remember that kid. Oh, my goodness. He was so difficult. Just ridiculous. Yeah, I noticed you diagnosed him with a behavioral disorder. Yeah, he came in because he was having multiple conduct problems at home and at school. Did you look at his bereavement history by any chance? He's 10. Why would he have bereavement history? Well, I'm looking at his file, and it seems like he has an incarcerated parent, has recently had the loss of 2 siblings, older siblings. Oh, I didn't know any of that. Yeah, when I talked to him, I also noticed that he had significant concerns about police brutality due to his race. It was a lot to discuss with a 10-year-old. Oh, well, he never brought that stuff to me, so there's no way I could have known. Right. Did you look at his presenting symptoms closely? Well, yeah, that's why I gave him conduct disorder. The outrage, the constant tantrums. Yeah, so when I talked to him, it seems like he's having significant intrusive symptoms. He's having flashbacks to events that he's seen on the news. He also is having sleep difficulties, which is causing him to be significantly irritable. Okay, well, that just could have been anything. Yes, it could have. Are you also aware of the fact that when it comes to children, they are more likely to express internalizing symptoms like anxiety and depression as externalizing symptoms like behavioral difficulties? Are you aware that for racial and ethnic minorities, it can be incredibly difficult for them to express extreme emotions such as sadness because that emotion can be frowned upon or be dangerous to their well-being? I don't know what display rules are, but I've never had a problem expressing my emotions, even as a child. My parents encouraged it. Are you a member of a racial ethnic minority? Well, no, but also looking at his address, are you aware that this is one of the most dangerous neighborhoods and he often has to walk to school alone? Well, no, that was never shared with me. Did you ask? No, I didn't ask about his daily habits of walking to school. So given the bereavement history, the hypervigilance, the intrusive symptoms, as well as just the grief and predisposition to have fears regarding being a Black male in America? Is there a reason why you didn't give him PTSD? It seems like you looked at the presenting symptoms at face value and didn't take the time to get to know this child.
What's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
There's no point to suicide awareness or prevention if we're not going to address the underlying issues that cause mental health threats for a lot of communities, especially in communities of color where we constantly have to grapple with the psychological effects of racism and bigotry. Like, it's all nice and good that you want to say text whatever number, but are you going to fix food deserts? Are you going to pay people a living wage so they're not struggling and stressing every single day so they can pay their bills and live comfortably? Are you ever going to address medical racism, structural racism, environmental racism, climate change? Are you interested in any of those things, or is it just a performance? Because mental health is important even outside an acute moment of crisis.
This is what depression can look like. This was 12 hours before she took her life. This is smiling depression. It's the worst kind. She's masking her pain. In some cases, a suicidal person can appear calmer or happier once they made a decision to end their life. This change comes from a feeling of relief. It's not because they're feeling better, but because they believe that their suffering will end soon. This is a red flag, especially if it follows a period of deep depression. Check on your friends, guys.